not in this game to become the president of Zambia. He's in this game to change, to be part of that change. So when you ask if Fred Mmembe does not become the president, is he still going to play the game? Which game is it? This is not a game. This is about people's lives. Zambia will be there even when Fred Mmembe is long gone. So Fred Mmembe does not have to be president to make changes to this country. And he insists on that. He's adamant about that. I thought I would bring this issue because he...
Yeah, thank you very much. I can testify to that. There are times I've had private conversation, and when it is a political matter, he says, no, I'll get back to you. I need to consult. Yet we have this view about Fred Mmembe that he makes decisions alone, and I've personally gotten surprised. Mr. President, can ECZ deliver a free and fair election?
There was first the issue of regalia. It's an infringement on our freedoms. Freedom of association and freedom of assembly, freedom of expression. I have the right as SP member to wear an SP t-shirt and go and campaign for any party that I want to support. In my own party regalia, our party participated in the Lumezi by-election, parliamentary by-election, in which we supported the Tonse candidate under NCP. Our members were participating in our own party regalia there. We have had our members participate in the Karurushi ward by-election, in which again we supported an NCP candidate, a Tonse candidate. Our members went in their party regalia to demonstrate that solidarity, for people to know that the candidate fielded by Tonse is not just for Tonse, it's for all of us. I don't think what ECZ is trying to do is backed by any law. This is jungle law. It's an unacceptable behavior. What is troubling them? What is eating them up? Coming into the issue of us being lumped with all sorts of charges so that they convict us and we don't participate. Is that scaring us? Tutila uingira omushitu tomfwe nswaswa. We are not scared. And this has been tested before, and it has failed in Senegal. They locked up Sanko, who was the leading presidential candidate. What Sanko did was to get his Secretary General, who had released from prison, to stand. And he won. And freed Sanko. Sanko today, the Prime Minister. It won't get them anywhere. How many people have been locked up in the world? But change has still happened. How many leaders have been arrested, charged, sent to prison? And the changes they were seeking happened.
Hakainde himself.
Hakainde himself went to prison. He came out and became president. So it's not about us being locked up. They can lock us up, but there will be other people who stand. It's not just 1 or 2, 3 people, no.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me just take a few more calls for your attention. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and be louder. Sorry, Mr. President, let's allow us to take some questions. Yeah, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you. Anonymous. want to say thank you very much for the President Mmembe. He's a very good man. So I have to speak in my language in Zambia, although I am somewhere. But I have to say, like you, Mr. President, you are a very good man and you've got a heart of forgiveness. You remind me of Wanawakwi. Wanawakwi was a very good lady that we had owning the lands of the women to learn as the presidents in this country, Zambia. And we miss her because you forgive people. You forgive people and you forget. That's what I like about you people. Barikalava, Mmembe, and other presidents. Because you forgive. But when we come, the one who is here in Zambia, the country president we have, yes. When he hates you, you are for just go. You are gone. You are finished. So please, can you unite, work together? I mean, you are a very good man. You know where you're coming from, and we love you, and we need you because we know Zambia depends on people. So,
thank you. He's talking about unity, and he's comparing you to Edith Nawakwi, who had the heart for our country. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and kindly speak a bit louder.
Yeah, my name is Paul Chilenga. I'm calling you from Germany. I'm sure President Mmembe and SG Somali knows who I am, from Kapirimponshi constituency. Yeah. So I had like two questions for the two leaders there. The first one was I just wanted to say, it's a good thing that they are coming to join in and have like this united front that they are talking about. My two questions were, the first one was in an event that they come together and form this alliance. How the socialist ideologies come through in that government that will be formed? That's my first question. And then my second question was, what's the roadmap for the Socialist Party beyond 2026? What happens beyond 2026? Will the Socialist Party be absorbed in these other political parties? Thank you.
Thank you very much. He's asking about your proposed socialist united front and the possibility of socialist program on the matter. And he's also asking about the roadmap beyond 2026. We'll take about a few more calls, then we allow the president and the GS to answer. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm calling you from I'm just next to you. I'm in Canada.
You are in Canada. Wonderful. Make your contributions. Speak in the phone, my brother. You seem to be away from the phone. Speak in the phone.
Yes. Am I clear right now?
Yeah, you are better. That's better.
Yes.
Oh. Just a minute. Repeat. We didn't hear you. Repeat. You are calling from Canada and make your contributions.
Yes, I hold a different view, and my view is, in the first place, you discussed about the repatriation program, and I heard, and on that one, I heard the view that since the 6th Republican president was the president of the Zambia, so he's supposed to be buried in a dignified manner in Zambia.
Thank you.
And again, on the other point, you talked about there is an issue of tribalism in Zambia. Of course, there is that aspect, and that aspect, how can I put it? It has been there, like.
Oh, Canada says the 26th president, the Zambia 6th president must be put to rest in a dignified manner, and that tribalism is an odd matter. I've got our dear brother, the Catholic priest who's based in Italy, Father Oscar Mwansa Pombo. President, he has some contributions or questions. Don Oscar, make your contribution.
Thank you very much. Greetings to Dr. Fred Mmembe, and Dr. Musumali. That is our pleasure to have listened to you. I'm happy that you have come on board to unite with the different opposition political parties. I have to be sincere that I doubt the position of President Hadi Kalaba. I doubt. How I hope even if President Hadi Kalaba would think seriously and come on board. And this is just my encouragement, I think, to Dr. Fred Mmembe, Dr. Musumali, and to all the Zambian people, including the UPND. Next elections, according to me, should be liberation year. We need to liberate ourselves from indirect foreign economic dominance. Indirect foreign economic dominance. So the Liberation Day, 1964 was Freedom Day. 2026 might be a good day to call a Liberation Day, where, as you have said, Dr. Fred Mmembe, we can now take our economy in our hands. The Zambian people can become millionaires. So I am appealing to you as opposition leaders to just come together. That is the motto. Come together. Let us liberate. We are going to help even the UPND to liberate themselves from whatever has been planned or has been given to them. So that then 2031, you can have now a political contestation. We can bring back the democracy, the freedoms of expression, and we can respect the Zambian constitution. So I think 2026, my appeal is this. Regardless of whoever is going to get the presidential candidature, please let us just come together. Even the UPND, those who are disappointed, are welcome in this opposition unity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's Donosco from Italy. I've got another caller here. Caller, please introduce yourself and make your contributions.
Hola, my name is Chanda. You know me very well. I'm very glad Donosco has called you.
Mr. Chanda from Australia.
Yes. And Mmembe, how are you? I pass my greetings to you, my elder brother. You actually know me very well. That you are not going to pick it, but I will remind you. Now, I have not spoken to Oscar, Father Oscar Mpombo. These sentiments I passed to you yesterday, Ramwamba, and this is something that is worrying about us trying. We need to pick HH out. Of course, now I've just come out. It's just going to be ruthless, you know. He's also worried a little bit about Wakalava. We feel a bit of unstableness in banding together. Can we sort this out, Wakalamba? We kick out this elephant. I used one sentiment yesterday. I said, we need to get HH out. It doesn't matter. Now we are not scared. Can we finally just come together to get rid of this thing that is happening?
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Wakafwimbi, I think your message is very clear. The opposition must unite to look at the removal of President Hakainde Hichilema. Let me take the last caller, and I invite the President and the General Secretary to make their contributions. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and introduce yourself.
Good evening, thank you. Let me just go straight to the point.
Okay?
Yes. Nachafa kulanda pachiro chabalungu. Nachufa point bachalanda Mmembe kwe bati no balungu bashikira fyo kukwine. Importance ya kushikira balungu mu Zambia yakwe bati kuchikaleta ku healing kubantu abena Zambia bengi. Kuri abenga shikwanisha okuya ku South Africa ngefe Mmembe benga kwanisha okuya ku South Africa kuchiriro. Nomanga bena Zambia ba mwajojo baralosha shanyu balungu. Ukuleta unity mu kyalo. Ichiriro chitaleta unity mu kyalo. So imwenga imwe balelanda pa unity. You need to encourage family y'abalungu to balete ekiriro mu Zambia abantu baloshe kifume ku mutima because abantu abengi abena Zambia bamutababiriva no kubiriva okutabashita barafika point ya kushiningisha kuba chachi ne balungu balifwa. So wisaloshisha chapamo chara afu abantu abengi bali at least abantu bali refine baba kwati healing yaisa like they come to reality to say yes indeed balungu balifwa. So ichiriro chira leta unity. So if you talk of unity, you need to encourage balungu bashikiwe mu Zambia not kulanda fekuba no uyu nga tafiri okusangwa ko. No, we shouldn't think like that. You need to unite our country. In uniting our country, we need to make sure that we come together. People, Zambians were coming together from all walks of life. So why should we do it different? So Chari Wamangen Tungushi, Tureto Mutende, how are we going to bring unity? Let's bond together, not to be divided.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I noticed someone has sent me a private message, but let me see if they can. Linda Banks from the United Kingdom. She's a guest. She sent a question to Dr. Mmembe, but let me see if she can speak her own views. I hope she's available, but she sent a question to you. But to the callers, I prefer that our people hear their own voices. Linda, good evening. Sorry, I put you online. I saw the question that you sent. I'm hosting Dr. Fred Mmembe and Dr. Cosmas Usumali. Introduce yourself, where you're calling from, and then make your contribution or question.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. My name is Linda Banks, and I'm calling from the United Kingdom. I'm not actually in the United Kingdom right now, but that's where I reside. A quick question. It's really, first of all, it's really great to see the two formidable politicians being hosted by you, which is fantastic. So my quick question is, Obviously, I'm following the program with keen interest, but I want to find out from Dr. Mmembe, what's the guarantee that when we vote this opposition alliance in and kick out HH, that you won't do a 360 degrees flip like HH has done? Because as you know, Ambassador, I was one of those who, like Patrick Chinufia and the others, Father Pombo and the other gentleman from Australia, we were quite instrumental in helping get rid of the Patriotic Front. So if we supported another alliance, what is the guarantee that this new alliance is not going to do a 360-degree flip and just change, as Zambian politicians have always done? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That's Linda Banks. As you've seen, the number of people that have called Chanda Kafwimbi from Australia, Father Donosco Pombo Mwanza from the Vatican, Linda Banks, and the other callers, they were part of a group in the diaspora that mobilized support for President Hakainde Hichilema. And they are the most vocal now because, like Linda puts it, he's done a 360 degrees. He's disappointed, all of them. But you've had various questions that you should consider 2026 as a liberation year. I think that's the gravity of the crisis our country faces, where our people think that next year should be regarded as a liberation year, meaning all forces, all hands on deck, everyone, all social formations must work together. And you in the political leadership are privileged to mobilize this movement. Mr. President, I'll leave you time to answer to all these questions. Then we can come and take the last 5 calls. The phones are buzzing, but unfortunately we can't go on forever. We have to let you on. Thank you.
Let me start by saying, generally, political ideas are worthless if they are not inspired by noble, selfless sentiments. Likewise, noble sentiments, noble ideas are worthless if they are not based on correct and fair ideas. We have been categorical in saying what we are seeking is not just the removal of Akainde and his party and replacing himself as an anarchist. What we are seeking is to change the way this country is governed. Nachitila tekuchinja fechipani chireteka nakateka kuchinja emitekere. Ngata tuchinjishe emitekere, there will be 360 degrees. There will be U-turns. There will be disappointments. We have to ensure that there's meaningful participation by our people, by the authentic leaders of our people. Participation that is not given to them as a way of a favor by a president, by some benevolent president. It must be participation that is authentic, that is real, and that is guaranteed by the laws of this country. We are insistent as Socialist Party that power must be shared with other leaders. It can't just be the politician alone. Even in other countries where we copy a lot of things, like the UK. The UK is not only governed by the Prime Minister, no. The head of state is the monarchy, the king or the queen. You have the Church of England, it's part of the state apparatus. You have the House of Lords, it's part of the state apparatus. You have the Commons, the House of Commons, led by the Prime Minister. And you have other institutions of that society that actively participate. And although we talk of the UK as one country, there are actually 4 countries there. There's Scotland with 5 million people, with their own assembly. They make their own laws. We have Northern Ireland. We have Northern Ireland for the Irish. They have got their assembly. They make their own laws. They have a certain level of autonomy. We have Wales with 3 million people. They have their own assembly. They have got their own system of governance. The UK is not governed the same way everywhere. And Zambia is too broad to govern the same way by one person. If we continue with this system of governance where one person appoints everybody, decides everything, is the alpha and the omega, we insist that there must be a change in the way we govern our affairs. We are not saying let's copy from anyone, but let's draw some lessons from others. Let's draw some from others and do our own thing. It's
Will
not
you do
about
a
one person
360
running this
degrees?
country. If you want one person called
Mr. President,
run this country,
will you
you'll be
do a
disappointed.
360 degrees turnaround to the commitments you've been
You'll be
making
very
while in
disappointed.
opposition?
We insist that power has to be shared with yourselves. In that way, nobody will dribble you. You have been cheated, you have been tricked enough. It's time for you to have your resurrection. You have had your Calvary. But that crucifixion on Calvary should have its resurrection now. It's true we are seeking a liberation. We can't continue the same way. We need a liberation that will give us a fourth republic. We have been on this path for 60 years plus. Things are not getting better, they are getting worse and worse. Poverty levels are increasing. The poverty is increasing. And at a very fast rate. Today, our national average population growth rate is 3.5. For the rural areas, 2.7%. For the urban areas, 4.5%. This means in less than 15 years, the population of Zambia will more than double. The estimate for our population this year is 21.9 million. The survey or the census of 2022 gave us 19.6 million. So in less than 15 years, the population of Zambia will be more than 40 million. If we continue with this system of governance, how are we going to be able to provide the necessities of life to our people when we can't provide to a 21 million? How are we going to provide for more than 40 million in 15 years? What are we doing to improve education, to be able to cater for increased population? Health services, housing, food, and so on. Our coming to work with others is not for us to lose our identity as a socialist party, to be swallowed by others, no? And we have no intention also of swallowing any other party or undermining the identity of any other party that we operate with. But there are fundamental things that on which we have to agree as a minimum program for all of us. All of us are seeking a better life for our people. And if we are all seeking a better life for our people, there are certain fundamentals our people need to have to be on that path to a better life. We have to agree on education as a priority. We have to agree on health services as a priority. We have to agree on agriculture and food as a priority for our people. We have to agree that 25% of our budget should go to education. And education should be socialized. We need to agree that at least 20% of our budget should go to health services. And our health services should be socialized. We need to agree that government